Hello everyone, this is me Alquan, and before we get back to this video, I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's get back to this video. Hello everyone, this is me Alquan, and welcome to another episode of the official Alquan the GS guy. And I'm going to talk about a PlayStation that you all are familiar with, and it has been popular since the 2010s and 20s and today, and that is the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is a home video game console developed by Sony Interactive Entertainment, announced as the successor to the PlayStation 3 in February of 2013. It was launched on November 15th, 2013 in North America, on February 22nd, 2014 in Japan. AMD stated that it was one of the most powerful APU it had developed to date. The PlayStation 4 places an increased emphasis on social interaction and integration with other devices and services, including the ability to play games off console on PlayStation Vita and other stream gameplay online or friends, with them controlling gameplay remotely. The console's controller was also redesigned and improved over the PlayStation 3 with updated buttons and analog sticks and an integrated touchpad, among other changes. The console also supports HDR10 high dynamic range video and playback 4K resolution multimedia. The PlayStation 4 or PS4 was released to critical acclaim, with critics praising Sony for acknowledging its customers' needs, embracing independent game development, and for not imposing the restrictive digital rights management schemes like most originally announced by Microsoft for the Xbox One. In September of 2016, the console was refreshed with a new, smaller revision popularity, referred to as the Slim model, as well as a high-end version called the PlayStation 4 Pro. By October of 2019, PS4 had become the second best-selling PlayStation console of all time, behind the PlayStation 2. Its successor, the PlayStation 5, was released in November of 2020. According to the lead architect Mark Kearney, the development of Sony's fourth video game console began as early 2008. Less than 2 years earlier, the PlayStation 3 had been launched after months of delays due to issues with the production. The delay placed Sony almost a year behind Microsoft Xbox's 360, which was already approaching unit sales of 10 million by the time the PS3 launched. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe CEO Jim Ryan said Sony wanted to avoid repeating the same mistake with the PS3's successor. In designing the system, Sony worked with software developer Bungie, who offered their input on the controller and how to make it better for shooting games. In 2012, Sony began shipping development kits to game developers consisting of modified PC running the AMC processing unit chipset. Sony announced the PlayStation 4 at the event. It reviewed details about the console's hardware and discussed some of the new features it would introduce. Sony also showed off real-time footage of games in development, as well as some technical demonstrators. The design of the console was unveiled in June at E3 2013, and the initial recommended retail prices of $399, as well as strict regulations on how users could share game media. The company revealed release dates for North America, Central America, and South America, Europe, and Australia, as well as the final pieces of information at Gamescom Press's event in Cologne, Germany on August 20th, 2013. The console was released on November the 15th, 2013 in the United States and Canada, followed by further release on November 29th, 2013. By the end of 2013, the PS4 was launched in more European, Asian, and Southern American countries. The PS4 was released in Japan on February 22nd, 2014. The Chinese market, just given the size of it, obviously potentially a very large market for video game products. I think that we will be able to replicate the kind of success we have had with PS4 and other parts in the world of China. In September of 2015, Sony reduced the price of the PS4 in Japan with similar price drops in other Southeast Asian markets. The first official PS4 bundle was the $299. On October 9th, 2015, the first official price cut of the PS4 in North America was announced, a reduction of $50 and to $349,000 and by $20 to $429,000. On June 10th, 2016, Sony confirmed that a hardware reversion of the PlayStation 4, rumored to be codenamed Neo, was under development. The new revision was revealed to be a higher-end model meant to support gameplay in 4K. This new model was sold alongside the existing model, and all existing software was compatible between the two models. The high-end console was publicly revealed on September the 7th, 2016 as PlayStation 4 Pro. At the same time, Sony unveiled an updated version of the digital PS4 model with a smaller form factor. In May 2018, during a presentation to investors, Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO John Codera stated that the PlayStation 4 was heading into the end of its life cycle and that the company was anticipating decreasing year-over-year hardware sales. He explained that Sony would be countering the expected decline by focusing on strengthening user engagement, including continued investments into new first-party games and other online services for PS4. Following the launch of the PlayStation 5 in November of 2020, Sony discontinued the production in Japan of all but the 500GB slim model of the PlayStation 4. According to a report from Bloomberg News, Sony had been poised to discontinue the PlayStation 4 at the end of 2021 in favor of the PlayStation 5, but due to a global chip shortage lasting from 2020 to 2023, this made it difficult for Sony to keep up with PlayStation 5 demand. Instead, the company planned to continue PlayStation 4 production, besides helping to offset the PlayStation 5 shortage. This production method would help assure deals with its component providers for the PlayStation 5. The technology in the PlayStation 4 is similar to the hardware found in modern personal computers. You know, I heard that a lot of streamers has been using PlayStation 4, and it's best for them because they can be able to play video games. You could hook your PS4 on the TV and on the computer setup. Over the years, PS4s has been popular. Many children are buying them for Christmas because they could play games on PS4. Unlike Xbox is least popular. So if you want to try PS4, I don't know about it because it might be too expensive to buy it. But it depends, they might have sales going on. I never had a PS4 in my life. I never played with a PS4 before. Try something new, and you'll like it after all. This is me, Alquan, and I will see you at the next episode. Keep on learning. Hello, everyone. This is me, Alquan. And if you like this video, I want you to go like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, keep learning, and you will know a lot.